Hey guys, welcome. We're at NECAN 2017 here with the Hemp Road Trip. Had a great conversation and speech this afternoon about the future of hemp in New England, and we are going to wander the show, so come on in with us. So we have a lot of different exhibitors here, mostly on the high THC cannabis side. We're talking with manufacturers, processors, cultivators, nutrients. There's food. It's a really good show. About 7,000 people have come in today, according to the show's producers. So great audience, mostly on the high THC side. But again, it's all the same plants. We just happen to be advocating for the industrial part of the plant, right? Clothing, that, shoes, Hemp History Week, which is the first week of June, so join in that, check out local stuff in your area. But let's go talk to some marijuana advocates and some high THC cannabis advocates. We're trying to, just to be clear, and we talked about this before, we're trying to not use the word marijuana. It's a term that's racially biased, it's a horrible term, and we're no longer using marijuana, we're saying high THC cannabis and industrial hemp cannabis. So cannabis less than 0.3% is industrial hemp. Cannabis above that is not industrial hemp, it's just straight cannabis. So we're not using the racist term marijuana anymore, and I suggest you can try not to use it yourself as well. So let's go chat with these advocates, and they're going to be using marijuana quite a bit, I'm sure.
Oh, there's one across the Dillon's across the street. Oh, the big one. Thank you. Got some Yoshi.
Second designator.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Good. So we're with the Hemp Road Trip. We have a nationwide advocacy group. We go around and help advocate people, and I know you guys are doing stuff here, so tell us what y'all do and what Grassroots Institute is about.
Okay, Grassroots Institute is basically, it's cannabis college. We teach you how to grow, we teach you how to cook, we teach you how to do the right dosing when you're cooking, teach you all the science behind the plant. They're very medicinally motivated, so they deal with a lot of people that are in the public that are sick, cancer, and ALS or whatever else, you know. And they're very high on activism and helping everything going to progressive medical going.
So essentially, like people with like cancer or any kind of these severe ailments, you guys help them to uptake the cannabinoids they need for essentially for their health.
Right. We teach them what to do to make it so they can grow their own and get the medicine they need for themselves and grow good, clean, organic medicine. That's what it's all about. Because you can buy whatever you want, wherever you want. But if you grow your own, you know what's in it. You know that there's nothing that's going to hurt you or make you worse. So that's what it's all about. It's teaching people how to be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, I think it's great, and I think obviously it's not a single isolate compound or a pharmaceutical grade compound. It's essentially a health and wellness and dietary supplement. You're teaching people to do that for themselves. It's outside of the FDA, outside of, it's not an actual pharmaceutical grade. It's just natural, whole, botanical products, right?
Yep. Whole plant therapy, exactly. Use everything from the roots to the top. Don't mess with it.
Tell us a little bit, what do you use the roots for? What's some examples for what you use the roots for?
You can use the roots to make a solve. You make a CBD solve out of the roots.
Yep.
There's no THC involved in it. Rub it in, it's good for wet ails, it's good for pain. It's good for
inflammation, burns, that kind of stuff?
Yep, all of it.
How long have you been involved with Grassroots Institute?
I've known them since they opened, but I took the course last summer.
Okay.
And I've been working with them since.
Right on.
It's
and you guys are you here just in Massachusetts or all New England? Or
just Massachusetts.
Just Mass.
Yep, just Randolph, Mass, that's it.
And tell us Massachusetts from a legal standpoint, what is Massachusetts? You have it right here.
Okay, Massachusetts is full legal, but you can't buy it yet. Okay. So the recreational market's open, but they're not selling anything in stores yet. So they basically tell you, yes, you can have it, you can grow it here. You can grow 6 plants if you're 21 years or older. If you have 2 over 21 in the house, it's a cap on 12 plants, but you can grow 12 in your house, and that's pretty much it.
That's a lot of supplements.
And other than that, they tell you to go to black market and get what you need.
And where?
To the black market to get what you need, because you can't buy it anywhere yet.
Okay.
Without a medicinal card.
Got you. How do you see that changing anytime soon? What's required? They need to make a regulation
Yeah,
infrastructure?
they're talking about middle of 2018. They're going to have everything rolled out so they can start open recreational facilities.
Okay.
We'll
Right
see.
around the corner.
They were supposed to do it the beginning of 2017, and it got rolled back a year and a half. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But
Well, you're one of 8 states that have a legal both adult use and medical. So I
Right.
think you're behind
coming.
Colorado and Washington, but it's like I said, it's definitely coming. And a year from now, it'll be a whole different scene here.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, this compared to last year. When I was here last year, now they're doing this. It's amazing the amount of people that are here this year.
Good,
It's great.
Yeah, no, it's a great turnout. People are very interested, and so we appreciate it. So thank you.
Cool. So how do I find that?
What? This?
Yes.
So this is, we're live on Facebook right now. You can come in. Oh yeah, here's that.
Awesome.
Oh, so we got it. So that's the hemp farm in Minnesota. This is my card. It's on hemp paper.
Okay.
You want to leave him with some of the other stuff? This is Hemp History Week.
Nice.
So y'all want to make the first thing in June. They have a whole thing nationwide with a ton of different hemp events, right? Just in general. So here's
Very
some food.
nice.
We got
Awesome.
You scored, yeah.
Very nice.
These guys use our hemp apparently like 80 years.
Nice. That's
From our farm.
awesome.
So here's some soap from Dr. Bronner's.
I love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you very much. It's awesome, isn't it? And it's
Yeah.
the truth.
I wrote an
Absolutely,
article.
100%.
So the Canopedia, just our partners are a group called the Canopedia, and they've written a whole article with tons of references about how cannabis kills cancer. And you can find it on the Canopedia and on our social media as well.
We had a patient come to the school who had, I believe it's called myoblastoma brain cancer.
Okay.
They had given him like 90 days to live. He was 27 years old. He was in real bad shape. They started giving him full extract oil. Within 6 weeks, his tumor shrunk 55%.
Wow.
And now it's gone. His hair's grown back. He's going to get a job. He's doing great. They literally cured his cancer with full extract oil.
Cannabis
Kills cancer. Damn right. Absolutely. So I can look this up later?
Yep, look all that up. Go to Hemp Road Trip, we're social media, all that good stuff.
We're live
So-
now, so it's on there now on Facebook.
Yeah, they have the whole article. Yeah, and
So
use
I can look this, like when I get home, I might be able to look it up?
You can.
Yeah.
That?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's
Very
on our
cool.
website. So we did hemp is health, energy, manufacturing, and planet. Kind of the whole thing, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
it's all the same plants. Some is higher in THC, some is lower, but it's all the same plant.
Absolutely.
So, appreciate
Absolutely.
it, brother.
Hey, you have a
Look us
great
up, man.
day,
Thank
huh?
you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Take it easy.
Nice to meet you. Have a great day. I wasn't.
Awesome. So an advocate didn't know much about it last year. Now knows a ton. It's curing cancer. There's obviously story after story after story. I guess legally I'm not allowed to say it cures cancer. I'm not a doctor, and but I did say it at Holiday Inn Express last night, so I got it. Different as a CO2 extractor. Put your material in there, it goes down, comes through.
We wanted to be a resource for people who really know.
Good.
Good, how you doing? Jimmy, how you doing? Good to meet you.
Tell us a little bit about what Undo does.
All right, well, what Undo does is it unhazes the blaze. If you've had an edible or you've smoked too much, it brings you down, it clears your head.
Okay. And how does it do that?
It uses our body's natural chemistry to come down. And
Okay.
all we're doing, it's a nutraceutical, so we're adding to that exact chemistry.
Okay. Is it CBD?
No CBD. CBD, we don't make CBD.
So just use our body, you mean, our body.
That's right, our natural chemistry. Because if we didn't have this chemistry, we wouldn't come down. It would just stay hooked up.
Okay.
So what this does is it adds to your natural chemistry to bring you down.
Okay. Cool. Let's take a look. Let's see. First, stop consumption. Drink plenty of water. Don't panic. Actually, probably first and don't panic. It's never as bad as you think it is. You're not going to die from overindulging cannabis ever. Take one Undo soft gel with water. Relax. Wait 30-40 minutes, and then
That's if you eat
Undo
edible.
with an edible.
Yeah.
You have a lot of use on the smoking side? On
Yeah,
the inhaling?
smoking, like people do dabs and they get totally dabbed out.
Dabs, okay.
This will take care of that. That haze just goes away.
Wow.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And like I said, we're with a group called the Hemp Road Trip, so we'll give you. We have some awesome hemp stuff. So
thank
here's
you.
a farm of a buddy of mine in Minnesota.
Oh, nice. Yay.
Hemp paper.
All right.
I'll give you my card, right?
Yes, thank you. I believe you. Wow, all this stuff. Okay, cool. Thanks, Rick. Oh, wow, Dr. Brown is, I know David.
Yeah, David's awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we're on social media. We're going to have this live on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Go check it out. We have our website, all that good stuff. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. If you're here tomorrow, come by. Test it tonight. Come by. I'd love to hear what you see how it works.
Sounds good. Right on.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're here tomorrow. We're speaking it from 1 to 2, 1:45 to 2.
All right, excellent.
We'll be here tomorrow as well.
All right, cool. Thanks for
Thank you. Bye. That was Undo. Unhaze the Blaze.
It's interesting. He said that you were look at the camera.
What?
Am I looking at the camera? Or am I
The
looking at
camera, yeah.
So it's interesting. He said our bodies. I asked if they use CBD. He said our bodies does not make CBD, which I don't think I'm pretty sure that's not accurate because I'm sure that mother's breast milk makes cannabinoids at least, and I'm assuming CBD is one of them. We'll have to confirm, but our body naturally makes cannabinoids. That's why we have an endocannabinoid system, which is more akin to our central nervous system. It regulates homeostasis, so it keeps your body anti-inflammation. It keeps it from firing. It keeps the synapses. In fact, cannabinoids are the only neuroprotectant that can go upstream. So as you're having a muscle spasm that's firing off and it's sending all these signals to your brain's not sending the signal back saying, we got the message, stop spasming. Well, cannabinoids can help your body send that message back. They can go what we say upstream on the synapse and actually communicate back to your spasming muscles in this example and say, hey, we got the message. You don't have to spasm. We understand what's going on. Cannabinoids help your body communicate with itself. So they're naturally occurring. CBD in particular is in broccoli, chocolate, mother's breast milk. So really the DEA's push to make CBD illegal or try to make it a Schedule 1 drug is futile. You can't Schedule 1 your mom's breast, right? That doesn't make any sense. You can't Schedule 1 broccoli. As much as I'm not a fan of broccoli, or it doesn't really matter. Even if it's Schedule 1, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So I think the hypocrisy and the idiocy of some of these federal regulations and agencies is starting to come to light, and people are starting to realize that this is completely benign. It's probably one of the safest things on the planet, cannabis in general, right? So 100,000 deaths 80,000 deaths from alcohol last year, 80 deaths from aspirin. Cannabis is safer than aspirin, so it's the safest option out there. It's sustainable, it's renewable. So let's go check out, see what else we got going on. Hey, man. Hi.
Hi.
You have a minute? Can you tell us what you guys got going on?
Yeah.
My name's
Can I
Rick.
fix my hair?
You can. It looks beautiful. Let me give you my card. My name's Rick. What's your name?
Hi, Rick. Where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
I want to be from Denver.
Yeah. So I have a marijuana edibles company and grow, and then on the medical side, rather high THC cannabis, and then we also have a hemp farm. So we grow industrial hemp for CBD and for food. So food bars, seeds, hearts, all that. So what do you guys do? Buried Treasure. What are you about? What do you do?
We have 2 stores.
Okay.
I've been around for 33 years or so, yeah. And so it's like the oldest smoke shop in the city. And that's what we do.
Okay. So you sell just different smokable products?
We sell kind of like a lifestyle store. We sell everything, clothing, posters, pipes, everything, parts to everything. Yeah.
And you're here in Mass, or where are you at?
Boston and Allston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And that's all right, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Here's our flyer.
Not just
And
a
I'll
store,
just-
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm like shaking. I don't know why I'm shaking. So excited to be here with all these awesome people.
It's a great affair.
Fantastic. So did you do this weekend? Did you do it last year?
Yeah, we do all of them.
Is the
Yeah,
thir-
we
is
do
the
the
thir-
one
the
in
30th?
Maine, yeah.
Okay.
And we do the one in Portland, the little one in Portland.
Okay. We're going to be in Portland. So I have the road trip. We go around the country. This will be our 45th state.
Wow.
Is May next week. So yeah. So we're going to be in Portland next week, specifically at the Gold Room, and having farmers and a bunch of people there. So right on. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Me too. Well, we have
Have
a couple
fun.
things that you might want to explore.
Okay.
Now it's the goodie moment.
Nice. Oh, I think I'm
on Sunset. It's a sticker. So here's
Nice quality sticker, huh?
yeah, right? And this is well, it's hemp, right? It has to be high quality. It's hemp, it has to last.
Yeah.
We're sorry about the background noise here.
That's green. Oh my god. Not
Where to go? This is
nothing's gonna be the same.
Dr. Bronner's soap.
I am a Snoop Dogg and I have to
Not everyone knows that.
smells like
Not everyone knows that. They have great soap, great coconut. I wash my bus, my clothes, myself, all that stuff. They have toothpaste, they have Yep. And this is, you know, they much information is going to this part. So the first American hemp-made food.
Did you sign up for any of the lectures? For any of them?
Oh yes, we can, any of those obviously we can give me a holler.
Bag of goodies over there.
So, if you have a card,
Massachusetts Cannabis Society. You guys
you have a card as well.
you should have been to that.
Hey Rick, we had a question. Where's Freddie?
Awesome. So 30. What's that?
We had a question. Where's Freddie?
Oh, okay. Freddie left us in DC. He got us from South Carolina after the bus broke to DC. He got off in DC, and now he is doing his Hemp Revolution Roadshow, which I think starts next week. So he got his trailer and all that. So he essentially got off to go get his stuff squared away. So now we have the crew of DJ, Sandy, Mike, and myself. Daya's back in Colorado, and we're getting Beach from Hemptations is coming up here in the next week. So the crew's shifted a little bit, but we got a good crew doing some really good stuff, and Coach Freddie's going to be doing his thing on the East Coast, so look him up as well. Hemp Revolution Roadshow.
Just look up to him. It's going to be online.
Thank you.
It's a brand new one.
Thank you. And your name is
Zelda.
Thank you, Zelda.
Thanks for the goodies.
You're back.
Thank you.
That's got to be it. That's gotta be it. Yeah. I just figured that one. Yeah, my card is going to get arrived in like temporary one.
Right now we're selling it.
It's amazing. I had a question today about cross-pollination of hemp and marijuana, hemp and high THC cannabis. See, I mean, even though I say it's a term that I don't use, I still use it. It's just kind of in the vernacular, right? So we're trying to break away from that. So if you guys can keep me on task, that would be great. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
Nice to meet you, Eve.
Hey, Rick, nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so much for being here.
What brought you here? Why? You're on your staff.
Yeah, so I'm the program director at NECAN, and my favorite thing to do is coordinate all of the expert knowledge that is lent to us this weekend so that different attendees, based on their questions, some about advocacy, some about getting involved, some about cultivating the best herb, they can reach out to someone like yourself who, whether you have the answer or not, you're probably still willing to say, hey, you should meet this person.
Totally.
So just really creating that experience for everybody and hoping that we can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it.
That's awesome. This is great. I mean, this is a great conference. Lots of great people here. How did you get involved with NECAN specifically?
Volunteering. So first I was like, there's an event popping up. And then I just decided like, hey, I'm gonna take initiative and see how I can actually apply some of my event management talents to this show. And it's just been an incredible experience getting others involved and offering some of my insights and seeing it actually be taken into consideration. So that's what brought me here.
And are you from the Boston area, or where are you from?
I'm originally from New York City.
Okay.
Yeah. Went to college in Rhode Island.
Okay.
And now I'm actually in my second level of training as a chem tech. So cannabis has inspired furthering my education or specialty, so to speak.
Okay.
And
And what's that specialty? What's a chem tech do? How are you going to apply that to cannabis, or how do you expect to apply it to cannabis?
sure. So one day I could potentially help a company set chemical health and safety procedures. I can help train other. The buzzword is extract artists, but in reality, these people are dealing with very specialized technology, equipment and procedures. So I'm just getting the background training on it, from chromatography to analysis, and really just hoping to become a product of a learning environment where we don't have a glass ceiling. I say as women or just as individuals, we can really just say, hey, this is what I want to do, pursue it, reach out to someone that can point us in the right direction. And that's really what's gotten me here, is asking questions.
That's great, and I think you're absolutely right. I think cannabis, in particular, both sides, on the industrial hemp side, which we're on, and also on the high THC side, women are much more prevalent in leadership roles, right? In leadership, in strategy and formulations. I think it's fantastic. I've been in a bunch of industries, and I think this is one that really is taking advantage of the female talent pool, right?
And something we're really excited about this year at NECAN, in just a few moments we're going to launch our NECAN Pitch Slam. So 3 entrepreneurs have an opportunity to pitch their concept. And this year it's not for money, but it is for some valuable feedback from industry professionals. So don't miss that. It's happening very soon.
When is it? When is it?
It's going to be on track 4. We're launching at 4:20.
Okay.
So I have to run.
Perfect. No, it's great to meet you. Let me give you a card.
I have your contact info.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
That's fantastic. An advocate that's very into it. Now is furthering her education, chemistry and extraction specifically, very much needed. And she's absolutely right. The female leadership and the amount of females in leadership roles and CEO roles is through the roof in the cannabis industry. I mean, I've only seen something like that similar. A distant second would be healthcare, but manufacturing and a lot of the industries I've worked in, IT. Females were not as prevalent in leadership roles, but here, as Eve said, she's here working with the events and applying herself and learning, and I think it's just a lot, as a new industry growing, it's anyone's ballgame, right? And I'm happy to see both women and men represented a lot more equally in this industry than I've seen in other industries. So again, another benefit of cannabis is not just the health, the energy, the manufacturing, the planet, but also the inclusion, right? It includes everyone. Everyone can use this plant, whether it's clothing or food. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, and everyone can lead. Female, male, they can all lead and strategize and form excellent, beneficial hemp companies. So let's keep touring around. So these are power growth globe plugs. Faster harvest, bigger yield. So I want to find out. And they're actually our neighbors. They're from Woodland Park, Colorado, which is, I think I've actually been there in Colorado.
Hold on.
See, DJ just had to take off his big backpack. Our crew is fantastic on this adventure. There's the backpack. Absolutely fantastic. We got, like I said, stuck 3 days in South Carolina. They handled it really well. Got a ton done. As you can see, our social media is very, very thorough. We have a bunch of posting every day, from education to lifestyle to promotion. All sorts of different stuff comes up on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Hemp Road Trip. We're watching this live on Facebook right now. Any questions, comments, please shoot them out. We'll address them live while we're here. Well, let's take a look at these guys and see if we can get some information. How you doing, man? You have a minute? Jeff, Rick, from Colorado?
I am from Colorado, Woodland Park, yeah.
Colorado as well. We're the farm's in Eden. I'm from Denver. So tell us. So we are a Hemp Road Trip. We go all around the country talking about industrial cannabis.
Right.
And obviously this is both sides of the plant here at NECAN. Tell us a little bit about the Power Grow Plugs. What your system does.
Here we are at
Perfect timing.
this 420 weekend. We want to thank you all, and we're making this announcement to let you know that in a few short minutes, we're going to get started with the NECAN Pitch Plan. This is open to the business and career.
That's her.
We just talked to her.
Yeah.
We're going to get started with the NECAN Pitch
We have no viewers. Maybe we should see if we can hear it. Okay. After this.
420 to each and every one of you.
All right. Tell us a little about what you guys do and how your plugs can make faster harvest and better yields.
Well, my name's Jeff Wheeler. I own Pikes Peak Garden Supply in Woodland Park, Colorado, and Power Grow Plugs kind of happened by accident. It's derived from coconut, some sphagnum. It's got an organic backguano in it, some perlite, and a little bit of limestone to adjust the pH. But this stuff here will start seeds. The quickest it's ever done is 12 hours on a cannabis seed. And average, you got 24 to 72 hours. The root health is just absolutely amazing. But one thing we do up there is this is all made by hand. We actually drill it. We have drills that we mix this with. It'll always be done like that. Like, my company will never be bought out by one of the big dogs with a big check. There's not a check big enough because we love what we do, and the plants are just amazing. We work with a lot of CBD companies. There's a national CBD company that grows all their hemp in exclusively Power Grow, and they won't ever go back to anything else.
Are you allowed to tell us who that is?
I'm not. I'm not.
Are they Colorado based?
They are based, yeah. But they're actually an international company. So, you know, we've had weed maps in my store. They've done a photo shoot with that company of his products and stuff like that. We teach at the elementary schools. We teach Colorado State University extension classes. So we're very much into the organic sustainability, whether you're growing a tomato plant or you're growing cannabis. It really doesn't matter. It's all about producing the biggest yield, healthiest plant, right up to the end. So that's really what we stand for. So we're here to introduce our plugs to the world. The MSP is right next to us. It's a great company. We carry their product in our store. I won't water my plants without Hemp. It's a liquid phosphorus microbe, and it's based in alfalfa extract, so it helps itself. We're in a development deal with them, and we're coming out with
It's Mother Nature.
we're coming out with a cloning plug. This is our mascot here. He's wearing our Power Grow plug mascot uniform, taking pictures for everybody, kind of having a good time. But we're coming out with a cloning plug for Hemp, and we just finished testing. It'll be the only living cloning plug in the face of the planet. There's no more cloners, there's no more any of that. You just cut your plant, you put it in the plug, and it roots up. And the roots that we've got around the testing are things like I've never even seen before. So that's what we stand for. We try to make things better, we do it naturally, with good products, and we try to keep things local, local businesses, and we put people like you and me and you to work. You know, not machines.
So I'm on the board of the Industrial Hemp Research Foundation. We work with CSU specifically to bring the 501c3 private funding in for research on cannabis in general. So I have your card. I'd love to reach out if you guys are doing research already. I'd love to reach out and connect you with our executive director and find out how we can support what you guys want to research and kind of figure out how we can work together, because obviously we all need to collaborate to make this industry forward. So I love what you're doing. I think it's awesome, and I love to also find out when we get back to Colorado in June, circle back and come visit you guys and see what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I'd be totally into that. I'd also be into doing any kind of classes. You know, it's not about the money for me. It's about loving your neighbor and getting back to the national order. So, you know, that's what it's all about, guys.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thanks, brother.
appreciate it.
Cool. We have some stuff for you too.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So that's a farm, a friend of ours. This is Breaking Ground Hemp History Week. Yes, and then we got some food. So they use our hemp seeds in their bars. So our farm's in East Colorado. It's east of Colorado.
I was going to say, if you can find Power Grow plugs, maybe, I don't know how that works. Can we share that? Or how
Yes, so we can. I'm not the social media guru, but like I think we share it and at symbols. We'll look for you guys. If you have all that.
Yeah, we're at PowerGrowPlugs.com. Just Google it, or at PowerGrowPlugs. We got to take it to our Facebook page.
All right.
So yeah, we'll cross-reference it. And you guys can do the same.
Right on, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
Nice to
it.
meet you.
You guys are great.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one, man.
Colorado represented in Boston. So we're going to take a break here for a bit. We'll come back with another video here in a few minutes. But we've had a great time here at NECAN, and we'll see you in a bit.